Good, so you want your toes together, your knees apart, and then just ease back, bringing your sitting bones towards your heels. And if this causes you any discomfort in your knees, don't go all the way back. Just reach your arms forward and find a stretch. Your belly is lifted. Reach your arms away from you and pull your shoulders back into your arms into the shoulder socket. And you can bring your forehead to the mat and just let your head be heavy. You can add a little side to side movement if that feels good. So we always talk about pulling your belly button down towards your spine, and this time just focus on lifting it up, pulling everything into the center, at the same time lifting your pelvic floor. And then take a long breath in through the nose, drawing that breath into the back and sides of the rib cage. And then as you exhale, letting all the air out, you lift your belly up even more deeply. And then one more time, inhale, expanding the ribs sideways. And then exhale through the mouth, pull your belly up towards your spine. And then bring the right hand to the right side of the mat, left hand on top. Drop your left hip down and reach with your left arm. So you're just feeling a nice stretch up that side body. And now as you breathe in, imagine you're drawing the air into the left side, so expanding the ribs on the left. And then as you exhale, letting all the air out, pulling your belly in more deeply. Switch sides. Left hand to the left side, right hand on top. Reaching with your right arm, pressing your left hip down towards the mat. Inhale, expanding the right side of your rib cage. And exhale, pulling your belly in, letting all that air out. Bring your hands back to center in line with your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale, rounding through the spine, come up onto your hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You have a neutral spine. You can let the tops of your feet be on the mat, so your feet are just relaxed. Lift your weight up out of your shoulders. Pull your shoulders back. And then as you inhale, your head and tailbone come up. Exhale, initiate from the core. Lift your belly button. That rounds your spine. You tuck your tailbone. You lift the weight out of your wrist. And then a few more at your own pace. Just warming up the spine. No tension in the neck. Tucking your tailbone. Tailbone going down towards the ground. And this time, as you inhale, head and tailbone come up. You're going to sit back on your heels. You drop your chin, tuck your tailbone round through the spine to come up onto your hands and knees. And then flow right into the next one. Head and tailbone come up. Sit back, exhale, round through the spine. Now keep that cow, you're rounding through the spine. Sit back on your heels, head and tailbone come up, rise back up, round through the spine, sit back, head and tailbone come up, come back onto your hands and knees, and one more time. And then all the way up. And we're just gonna hold it here. Make sure your hands are still under your shoulders, adjust if you need to. And you're gonna extend your left leg out and just find your balance. Try to get it in line with your hip, but don't let your left hip start to rise up. You want to keep it in line with your right hip. Press into your left hand, but don't let your weight sink to the left. And then extend your right arm out. You're reaching with your arm, but you're pulling it into the shoulder socket. You're reaching with your leg. So your glutes are active, your belly is lifted, and you're finding balance here. And then inhale, as you exhale, your hand and knee come down. We go to the other side. Extend your left arm out, right leg. Really lengthen your arm and your leg. You're lifting your belly up, your hips are in line. Your neck is long, look past your fingertips. Just taking a few breaths here. Keep all of your muscles active. Your arm is not just hanging out in space, it's reaching, but you're pulling in at the same time. Same thing with your leg. And then inhale, exhale, hand and knee come down. So now curl your toes under. You're going to cup your fingertips just a little bit, and then imagine your core is lifting so much it picks your knees up. So you're hovering your knees just above the mat. And we're just going to take a few breaths here, not letting your weight sink down. Inhale, exhale, knees come down. We're going to go up again, and you can either stay there for a couple more breaths or add a little bit of movement. So hands under the shoulders. Inhale, really engage that core. Exhale, knees come up. They're hovering above the mat. You could balance a glass of water on your back so it's nice and straight. Stay here or pick up your right foot. Keep that 90-degree angle. Bring your leg up. Lower it back down so it's hovering. Swing it up. Bring it down to hover. Up and hover one more time. And hover. Place that foot down. Find your center. Don't let your weight sink down. And we're going to do the other side. So just pick your foot up an inch. Bring it back. And lift. And back. And lift. 3 more. Just be conscious that your weight isn't sinking down. Your triceps are wrapped. Belly is lifted. And hold it. Place that foot down. Place your knees down, child pose once more. Reaching your hands forward, maybe you roll your wrists around a little bit now. Just release any tension in your back, in your wrists. And then inhale. As you exhale, you're going to come back onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes under again. Now we're going to come up. Then continue going up to down dog. So you're bringing your sitting bones up towards the sky. You're bringing your chest towards your thighs. You're lifting your sitting bones up as you press your hands away. And pull your shoulders up so they don't start coming down towards your ears. Inhale, come up high onto your toes. Exhale, work your heels down, but lift your sitting bones up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, work those heels down. And then from here, add your own movement. You can walk it out. You can bring your hips side to side. Whatever feels good tonight. And then inhale, coming up high. Staying here on our toes, we're going to bring our knees back down so we're hovering. Hands and shoulders in line, knees and hips in line, and then just bring your knees down. So just bring your feet flat, top your feet flat on the mat, tuck your tailbone, drop your head, walk your hands in, come up onto your fingertips, and pull yourself up with your core till you're kneeling. And then we're going to step out with that right foot. And you're going to lean forward. Bring it far enough so that you can get a little lean, so you're feeling a stretch in your quad and also the hip flexors. Foot, knee, and hip in line, both hands on your right thigh. Your chest is lifted, and you just lean into it. If this bothers your knee, bring the side of the mat in, fold it in for a little extra cushion. Or you can put a pillow under your knee, whatever you have handy. And take a few breaths here, shoulders down. You're wide across the collarbones. And then as you inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up, lift your chest, and just deepen that stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your arms down, clasp behind your back, and lift your chest even more, working the heels of your palms together. Shoulders are back. And then inhale, exhale, release. Hands come on either side of your leg. You start to work your hips back, and you're going to straighten out that right leg. You want to make sure that your back is nice and straight as you lengthen out your right over your right leg, stretching that right hamstring. Good, so bringing your hips in line. Try not to let your hips sway to one side, so you're keeping everything in line. Press that right heel down and away as you press your right hip back to deepen the stretch, and curl the toes back. And then inhale. As you exhale, we're going to release that stretch. We're going to come back up and switch sides. So now step forward with that left foot, both hands on the thigh, chest is lifted, looking forward, shoulders down, you're wide across the collarbones. You don't want to arch your back here, so you almost tuck your tailbone just to keep everything in line, shoulders and hips in line. And then feel that stretch in the quads. Sweep your arms up to deepen the stretch. You're reaching with your arm, but you're pulling them down at the same time so your shoulders don't come up by your ears. And then inhale, exhale, bring your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together, lift your fist up a little bit. Pull those shoulders back. Inhale, exhale, release. Hands come down to the mat. Start working your left hip back, straightening that left leg. You're lengthening out over the left leg, bringing your hips in line. Back is nice and flat. Press your left heel into the mat as you press your left hip back, just to deepen that stretch in the hamstrings. Back flat, shoulders down. And then inhale and exhale, release, coming up to kneeling again. So we're gonna do some forearm planks, but instead of coming into a plank like we traditionally do on your forearms with your hands in line with your elbows and your shoulders and your elbows in line, we're gonna have our arms a little bit differently so we can move side to side. So you're gonna bring your arms like this on the mat so that your hand and your elbow are in line. So coming down with your arms stacked like that, lift your belly up, step out into your plank. You wanna make sure you're not hiked up too high. There's a little tuck of the pelvis and you're looking past your arms. And just take a couple breaths here. And now we're gonna roll open to the right side. Our left arm is already in position. So inhale, exhale, coming into a side plank. You can stack your feet or you can stagger them. Bring your right arm up towards the ceiling and just take a few breaths here. You really wanna turn on these side body muscles here and make sure you're not sinking into your shoulder. And we'll transition back, put the right arm back down again. Now we're gonna roll open to the left side. You can bring your arm up towards the sky, turn that right side of your body on for support. Come back to your plank. Roll open to the right side again. Turn on those armpit muscles. Reach your right arm by your ear and then lift your hips up. 2, 3, hips and shoulders are stacked. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come back down onto both arms. Same thing on the left side. Opening up, making sure you're not sinking. Reach your left arm overhead. Use those obliques to lift your hips. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. Come back onto both arms. Hold it here. Bring your knees down. Child pose once more. Reaching your arms forward, or if it feels good, maybe bringing your hands by your feet, rolling your wrists around a little bit. Inhale, as you exhale, you bring your arms forward, round through the spine up onto your hands and knees. Have a seat at the front of your mat. Feel free to grab water at any time. Good, so we're gonna start with either your knees bent, sitting up tall, or you can have your legs down flat and your knees can be soft. They don't have to be super straight. It's whatever feels right to you. The most important thing is shoulders and hips in line. Get up on your sitting bones, flat back. Cross your arms like this across your chest. And then with the flat back, you're gonna hinge back till you feel the weight come out of your feet and your legs and hold it and lengthen. So you don't want them popping up. You're gonna go right to the edge of where you feel challenged, but you can keep your legs and feet on the floor. And then pull yourself up. Keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine. So don't let your head hang back as you go back. Deep breath in to the back, through the nose to the back of the rib cage. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, lifting up from the core, 2 more. And lift. 1 more. Find that challenge point. Maybe you go a little bit lower. Hold, lengthen, pull yourself up. So now instead of a flat back, we're going to add a little bit of a scoop to the belly, making our C curve. So you're reaching your arms forward, palm towards the ceiling, shoulders down. Pull that belly in, you roll down, weight behind the tailbone, and pull yourself up. Come up tall. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down. You want to make sure you don't collapse your chest. Keep a big space between your rib cage and your hip bone. And you hold it, and you pull yourself up. Let's do 1 more. Pull that belly in. Hold it here. And come all the way up. So now we're going to add a little rotation. So as you start to roll back, you're going to take your right arm and twist it to the right, twist your rib cage, opening up that chest. Eyes follow your hand. Try not to use momentum from your arm. Use your core to lift yourself up. And now the other direction. Shoulder stays down. Use your core to lift up. And sweep, hold, pull that belly in. Exhale, lift, sweep, hold, and lift up from your core. 1 more on each side. Twist those ribs around and lift up without momentum. 1 more. And all the way up. Now you're going to make little fists in front of your chest like this. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to sit up tall, start to roll back. Find your challenge point. Really pull that belly down. Lift your pelvic floor and bring your right elbow to the mat by twisting, not by moving your arms. Come center, twist to the left. Elbow doesn't have to touch the mat. It's about the rotation of the rib cage, keeping your pelvis still at the same time and your legs still. And to the left, hold it at the center. You're going to use your core to restack, lift your arms up, sit up tall. Inhale, exhale, make those fists together, roll back. We're going to do it again. Twist, tap, twist, tap. Pull that belly in, take your time. So you know it's not momentum, you know it's core. You're using your obliques to twist your rib cage side to side. 1 more on each side, keep breathing. Hold it at the center, restack, arms come up, feel that weight lift out of that low back. We're gonna go do 1 more, we're gonna change it up a little bit. Make those fists, you're gonna roll back again, glue that tailbone down. Now 3 times tap to the right. 1, 2, 3, lift your arms up. Hands come to your chest again, roll back to the left. 2, 3, lift up. Come back into the right. 1, 2, 3. Use your core to lift. And to the left. 1, 2, 3. Restack, lift, lengthen. Let's do 1 more on each side. As you reach with your arms, try to keep your shoulders down. Get right up on your sitting bones. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Lift and lengthen. Arms come down. Sit crisscross. Walk your hands forward as you lengthen your spine. Feel a nice stretch in the pelvis. Lifting your belly up. And then inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to walk your hands back and restack your spine. So we're going to do rolling like a ball here. Just come to the front edge of your mat. Walk your feet in, and you're going to have your hands below your knees. Pull yourself up. Really pull everything into the center. Pull your knees in, and then just balance. Try to get your shoulders down, elbows are wide, and just drop back. Come up and hold it. And then drop back and pause. Feet don't touch the mat again. 1 more time. Come back and hold it. Now, we're gonna add on a little bit here. You can keep rolling, or you can open up your ball by scooping your belly in, reaching your legs out, arms come overhead, little tuck of the pelvis, circle around, pull in, roll back. Hold it, balance, scoop your belly in or just keep rolling, circle around, use your core to pull your knees in, lengthen that spine, roll back. One more time, little tuck of the pelvis, legs are hovering above the mat, heads are hovering above the mat, pull in, roll back. Hold it here. Bring your legs, your calves parallel to the floor, hands behind your thighs. We're just gonna hold it here for a second. Pull that belly in, shoulders are down. So find your good form, nice flat back. We're gonna reach with our arms and hold it. And then we're slowly gonna start to come down one bone at a time, but don't let your legs move. So your arms are overhead. If you feel your ribs lifting up, pull them together. Inhale as you exhale, circle your arms like you're pushing through water, create tension. Press your hands into your thighs, head comes up. Pull yourself up, lift up. Reach your arms out, slowly come down. The work is in really controlling the down. Arms come overhead, ribs together. One more time, hands press into your thigh, head lifts, core pulls you all the way up. Now we're gonna use momentum. You're gonna reach your arms, slowly come down, legs stay where they are. This time, circle around, sweep up. Slowly come down. With control, one bone at a time, circle around, sweep up, lift. Let's do one more. Inhale, exhale, circle around, lift, then sit crisscross again. Walk your hands forward, lengthen the spine, lift your belly up towards your spine. Release any tension in your back. And we're gonna come back to that balance point just for a second. Hands behind your thighs, chest is lifted, and your legs are gonna stay where they are. You're gonna release your arms, you're gonna come down, but you're not gonna let your shoulders and your head come down, because we're gonna end up here in our C curve for the 100, and start pumping your arms. Inhale for 5, and exhale for 5, pulling that belly in. Legs can stay here, they can be straight up, they can be to your working level. Drop that belly button down. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Keep pulling your belly in. And exhale. And inhale, super straight arms. Exhale, try not to let your head and chest move. And exhale. Last set. Exhale, 3, 4, 5. Lower your head, pull your knees in, rock side to side. Rock your head side to side, release any tension in your neck, and then do a few knee stirs. One hand on each knee, big circles away from each other. A nice stretch of your inner thighs and across the pelvis, and then reverse your circles. And then we're gonna bring our legs back together, back in that chair position, knees and hips in line. Drop your belly down, you're lifting your pelvic floor. We're gonna go right into that ab series 5. 2 hands on the right knee, shoulders stay down. Inhale, exhale, pull yourself up. Shoulders stay away from your ears, not down on the mat. You're gonna pull the right knee in, extend the left leg, just hold it, flex your arms. If you wanna deepen the stretch, you can keep your left hand on your knee, right hand at your ankle, and really pull in, hug it in with your core. Reach that left leg away. Switch sides, hold it. Just find your form, and then start flowing one into the other. Pull in with your core, then grab your leg with your hands. You're reaching your leg out as far as you can, like you're trying to touch the wall, as much as you're pulling it in. And hips, your knee, your foot, they're all in line. Everything stays within the frame of your body. And 4, and 3. Pull your belly in, and 2, and 1. Pull both knees in, make a ball. Adjust here, maybe pull yourself up higher. Shoulders stay down, away from your ears. Pull your belly in. Extend your arms and legs, make a V. Circle around, pull them back in, then grab. Inhale, exhale, circle around. Inhale, exhale, circle around. 2 more. Last one, drop your belly as you extend your arms and legs. Right leg comes up, left leg extends. It's not touching the floor, it's hovering above the floor. Pull yourself up, flex your arms out to the side, pull your belly in. Now switch your legs, hold and stretch. Can you pull yourself up even higher? One more slow one on each side. Feel free to put your head down at any time if your neck is starting to bother you. And now pick up the pace, let them flow. Keep breathing. Nice work. Pull it in with your core, then grab your leg. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Pull both knees in, lower your head for a second, rock your head side to side, release any tension in your neck. Then both legs come straight up. You make a V, zip up your inner thighs. Imagine you're squeezing a little ball there, lifting your pelvic floor, pulling your belly in at the same time. Bring your hands behind your head, one hand on top of the other, shoulders pull down, elbows are wide. Then we come up into our C curve. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeeze your inner thighs, lower down, pull back up. Lower down, and lift. And lower, and lift. Go as low as you can without your low back starting to pop up. If you feel your belly pop up, pull it in more deeply. If your back is popping up, you're going too low. One more. Doesn't have to be a big drop. Hold it here, legs come to chair, knees over your hips. We're already lifted, lift and twist to the right. You're bringing your left shoulder towards your left thigh. Elbows stay wide, come center, opposite side. And switch. And switch. Keep the whole back of the pelvis glued down. And switch. Pull your belly in. And switch. And hold it here, extend the left leg out. Now we're gonna switch our legs. And switch. Trying to stay lifted. Just try to imagine or visualize your rib cage twisting around the spine. You're not rocking side to side. 4, and 3. Press out and pull in at the same time. 2, and 1. Lower your head, pull your knees in. Rock your head side to side. Rock your body side to side. Bring your feet down onto the mat and just windshield wipe your knees side to side for a second, releasing any tension in your back. It's a nice hip flexor stretch. Just let those knees be heavy. Taking deep breaths in and out. And then bring your knees back up towards the ceiling. So we're gonna do a little chest lift and then tailbone curl. So we're gonna bring our legs to chair first. Now you can do the chest lift either with your legs in chair or your feet down flat. So it's up to you how you're feeling tonight. I'm going to put my legs in chair. My knee and my hip are in line. Hands are behind the head. Inhale, exhale. You're gonna come up into your C curve. And now we're not gonna put our head down again. So press, imagine something's pressing on your belly to lift your chest. You lower a little bit, you lift up, you lower, you lift, you lower. Really pull in with the core and lift and lower. 3 more, and 2, and 1. So stay lifted here in your C curve, or you can put your head down. If your feet are down flat, bring them up to chair. And now you're going to curl your tailbone up with your core and uncurl it. So you don't want to swing your knees. It's not about that. It's about your core muscles lifting your tailbone and lowering it. Lift up and lower. Pull in with your core to curl up and lower. And curl and lower. So really focus on those muscles. Try to visualize between your belly button and your pubic bone. That's what's controlling the movement. Those deep abdominals. One more. Your legs move because you're curling your tailbone up. Now reach your arms forward, and you're going to lift your chest as you curl up and lower. And lift and lower. And lift and lower. Pull in to lift. Two more. Last one. And lower. Pull your knees in and lower your head. Rock side to side again. Rock your head side to side, release any tension, and then bring your feet down to the mat. Reach your arms overhead, reach your legs, flex your feet, push through your heels, full body stretch. And then if you feel your upper back, your rib cage lifting up, bring it back down onto the mat. So maybe your arms lift up a little bit. We're gonna start the roll up. So press your heels down, inhale. Exhale, arms lift. You start to peel up off the mat. You lift up and you stretch forward. Everything's reaching away from the center. So you're pulling back with the core, but you're reaching forward at the same time. And then you slowly come back, one bone at a time, resisting as you do, like you're laying your spine down on a balance beam. So keeping everything in line. Arms come up, head, shoulders, and shoulder blades. Stretch it forward. You can flex your feet if you really want to feel a stretch at the back of the leg. Shoulders down, you're reaching. Pull in more deeply to start coming down. Really take your time here. See how slow you can go. And all the way down with control. Inhale, exhale, arms up, head, shoulders, and shoulder blades. Pull yourself up. And then you roll back. We're going to come up one more time and then stay up. Keep your ribs together as your arms come overhead. Arms lift, head lifts. You pull yourself up. You stretch forward and you restack your spine. We're going to do the crab here, which is another rolling exercise. So this time, instead of rolling like a ball with your legs like this, you're going to sit with your feet crossed. And then take your hands and grab your ankles. So the goal here, as you roll, is you're going to roll back, pause, switch your feet and grab your ankles again, then roll back up. The reason we do that is when you're here, you want to make sure that you don't let your legs collapse down. So when you're rolling back, you keep that big space between the rib and the hip bone. And that's where your core is really working here. It's a good prep for the rollover. So pull your belly in and up. You're going to sit back and balance. Your feet are crossed. You're holding your ankles on the outside. And then roll back, pause, switch, come back up, hold it. Roll, switch, come up, hold it. Roll back. Don't let your knees collapse onto your chest when they're overhead. One more time. And all the way up. Bring those feet onto the mat, walk your hands forward, and stretch out the spine. And then you're going to restack your spine and sit up tall. We're going to do some seated leg lifts here. So you're going to sit with your legs out in front of you. I'm going to grab some water. And we're going to do it two ways. We're going to do leg lifting and leg sweeping out to the side. So pull your right leg in. You just want to check that your foot, knee, and hip are in line. You're not outside or inside the frame of your body. Hands can be on your knee. You can press into the floor because you want to make sure you're lifted. You're not sinking back at all. Or you can have genie arms. Whatever works for you. Point the toes on that left leg. Start lifting. Pull that core and pull your ribs up off your hips. Now flex. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex out. Get really tall, shoulders down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake that out. Switch sides. Extend that right leg out. Point your toes, pull yourself up. Start lifting. Get right up on those sitting bones. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now flex. Keep breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex out. Inner thigh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flex in. Outer thigh. 6, 7. Get taller. 9, 10. Shake that out. Bring the soles of your feet together for a second. Grab your ankles. Pull up. Candy cane forward. Pull your belly in. Get really tall. Shoulders down. And if you want, you can press your elbows into your thighs just to deepen that stretch. Restack your spine. Now we're going to sweep our legs. So right knee comes in, left leg out to the side. Same idea. Get really tall off of your sitting bones so your shoulders and hips are in line and you stay there. That's where your core is working. However you want your hands. Point your toes, pick up your left leg, sweep it to the left, come center. To the left, come center. As you're doing this, you're not letting your right leg move. When you sweep left, get taller. 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Shake that leg out. Switch sides. Get really tall. Chest is lifted. Point your toes. Sweep to the right. Try not to let your left leg move. Shoulders down. Lift your rib cage up. 5 more. Keep breathing. Get taller as you sweep. And 4. And 5. Shake that leg out. Good. So now we're going to do work on the glutes a little bit. So we're going to sit with our legs staggered. We're going to have the left leg in front, and I'm sitting sideways so that my shin is parallel to the mat here, just lined up with the mat. And now the right leg is out to the side. My knee and my hip are in line. And I'm going to keep my knee and my foot in line as I lift that leg up. So your chest is lifted. So pull yourself up, shoulders stay down, and then you can bring your hands to the mat staying lifted, or bring your hands to prayer, or if you have a cushion or something you want to hold on to, that's okay too. Lean forward a little bit, lift that back leg up and down. Once you get started, see if you can lift yourself up so you're not letting your weight sink forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it up. Push your knee back an inch. 2, 3. Keep pulling yourself up. Keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Point your toes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to take that right leg, cross it over the left, pull yourself up tall, take your left arm, wrap it around your knee, lift up, reach that right arm up and around, place it on the floor, lift and then twist, looking over your shoulder. Try to keep your shoulders down. Inhale, lift up a little bit more, finding space between the ribs. Exhale, deepen that stretch, twist a little bit more. And come back to center, release. Switch sides. So now my right leg is in front, the left leg is out to the side, my knee is in line with my hip, and then you want to pull yourself up so that you make sure that you're not starting to sink forward. So keep yourself lifted here, just check that your knee is in line with your hip, and then lift that top leg up and start lifting. Lifting from the side, glutes here. 8, 9, 10. Keep it lifted, press it back. Your foot is flexed. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now point your toes. Press back. Try to keep your foot and your knee in line. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lay that leg down. Then we're going to cross that left leg over the right. We're going to take your right arm, wrap it around the left knee. Lift that left arm up. As you lift and twist, place your left hand on the floor. Find that twist. Inhale, lift your rib cage, shoulders down. Exhale, twist a little bit more. And then release. We're going to come onto our stomachs now. So laying on your stomach, we'll start with modified swan. Hands under the shoulders. Your knees are in a little V here. Your legs are in a little V. Your knees are turned out. Your hands are in your shoulders. Press your hands into the mat and pull them back so you feel your shoulders come down and feel like you're pulling your chest through your thigh, through your arms. Your pubic bone is pressed down. You're pulling your belly up at the same time. And as you inhale, you start to lift your chest. Exhale, lower. As you lift, feel like you're pulling your chest through, getting longer. Don't worry about how high you come up. Be mindful of your low back. Stabilize by pressing your pubic bone down. It's about finding length. It's not about how high you can come up. 2 more. Breathe in through the nose to the back of the rib cage. Lift your belly up. Exhale, lower. And we're going to hold it here. We're going to bring our hands one on top of the other towards the front. And you're going to put your forehead on your hand. And just rest your forehead there. And you're going to squeeze your glutes and lift your legs up. Start beating your heels together. Squeezing from the glutes, little heel beats. 10 more, keep breathing. Hold it here. You're squeezing, you're reaching, you're lengthening. And now you're gonna lift your chest. Now heel beats, shoulders down. Forehead and hands are glued together. 10 more. 9, 10, lower everything down. We're gonna keep our head and forehead together, but you're going to separate your knees a little bit more. You're going to bend your legs and bring your feet together. So imagine you're making a little tripod here. Press your pubic bone down and pick your feet up. So press your feet up, lower down. Press up, use your glutes. Lower, you're picking your thigh up off the mat, your thighs up off the mat, and lower. Squeeze, press up, and lower. 2 more. Last one. Now we're going to add on here. We're going to press up, extend your legs out, bend, bring your feet together, lower. Squeeze up, open, bend, feet together, lower. Squeeze up, open, bend, lower. One more time. Bend and lower. Now, just keep your feet apart, but your knees are still bent. Windshield wiper your feet side to side here. So it should feel like a nice stretch in your back. Good. And then bring your legs down, hands under the shoulders, push up and back into child pose. And just take a few breaths here, releasing any tension in your back. If you feel any tension in your neck, just let your head be heavy. You can roll your wrists around if you'd like. And then we're going to come back up onto one side. So let's come onto our right side. We're going to do some clamshell here. So you're going to stretch out into a straight line. So just checking at first to make sure your shoulders and your hips are stacked. And you want to also make sure you're not letting your weight sink into the mat. So turn all of these muscles that are connected to the mat on. Then you're going to bend your knees and bring your knees to the front edge of the mat. So feet are glued together, you're gonna lift that top knee, go as far as you can first to find your range. It's as far as you can go without your hip starting to roll back. So find that top range, then close, then lift, then close with control, pulling your belly in. You can keep your left hand on the mat in front of you, on your hip, up towards the ceiling or behind your head, as long as your shoulders are stacked and you're not letting your weight sink down. 4 more, 3, 2, we're gonna hold it open, making sure you're stacked, little pulse up, up, up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close the clamshell. Now the whole top leg is going to come up and down and up and down, keeping your knee and your foot in line. Don't let your weight sink down. Shoulders stacked. 3 more. 2 and 1. Now from here, we're going to take that top knee, touch the floor in front of you, press out to the side, tap, press, tap, press out. Really resist as you push out, like you're pushing on a weight. And push, and press. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one here, hold it, little circles forward, keeping your hips stacked. 7, 8, 9, 10, hold it reverse, you're really lengthening your leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now flex that foot. Your leg is already lifted, lift it up a little bit higher. So you're not going all the way down, you're just going back to that start position. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now from that start position, press down, down, like you're pushing on a weight. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your knees together one more time, but this time the bottom leg stays bent. You just straighten that top leg out so your thighs are in line, and then lift from there. Keep your hips stacked, pull your belly in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle forward and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just lay that leg down, pat it out if you're feeling really tight. And then we're going to come onto our backs. Pull your knees into your chest, figure 4 stretch. You're going to take your left foot and you're going to cross it above the right knee. And you can keep your right foot on the mat if that's enough of a stretch. You can just use your left hand to gently open up that hip. Or you can take your hands and grab behind the right thigh gently, pulling towards you till you feel the stretch that works for you tonight. And you can press your left elbow into your left thigh to deepen the stretch. Shoulders stay down away from your ears. And then holding on to the stretch, bring your hands behind your head. Inhale, exhale, chest lift, and then pulse up. 5, 6, 7, 8, lifting from the core. 10 more. Don't strain your neck. You're lifting from your core. You're not leading with your head. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower all the way down. Place that right foot down. And now you're going to let your legs roll to the right until your left foot is on the mat. Extend your left arm out to the side. Look to the left. Soften that left shoulder. For a little spine twist. And then you're going to roll your legs back up to center, uncross, and we're going to kick and roll up and come on to the other side. Good, so stretch yourself out into a nice straight line to start. We're on our left side, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Then bend your knees. Once you find that form, pull your core muscles in. Find your top range by lifting that top knee. And then lower and lift. Don't let your hips start to roll back, so keep them stacked. Ten more here. Pull your belly in. Don't sink down into your left rib cage. Now hold that knee up, little pulse up. Just a little movement. 7, 8, 9, 10 more. Feet are glued together. 8, 9, 10. Now bring your knees together and you're going to lift that whole top leg and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Try to keep your knee and your foot in line. 5 more. And 2 and 1. Now take that top knee and you're going to touch the mat in front of you. So you're crossing over the bottom leg. Press out and lengthen to the side. Tap, press. Tap, press. Pull your core in. Don't let your hips start to slide forward. Push out and push. 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it out there. Lengthen that leg. Circle. Oh, wait, no, I think we flexed it first. I get a little forgetful sometimes. So let's go with this. The foot is flexed. It's already lifted. Let's lift it up a little bit higher. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it here. Now press down instead. So you're starting from that elevated position. You're resisting as you press down to the floor. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it out, point your toes, circle forward. We'll get them all in somehow. 4, 5, hold, reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your knees together now, just like with the clamshell, so that everything is lined up, but then you're just going to straighten that right leg out. You're going to lift it up a little bit and lift it up. Lift and lower. Flex that foot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Circle forward. Pull your belly in and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can just lay that leg down there, crossing over the bottom leg, and tap it out if it feels a little tight. And then we're going to come onto our backs again and do figure 4 on the other side. So you can keep your left foot on the mat, cross the right foot over, and maybe this is enough of a stretch right here, especially if you're super tight. You can use your right hand to just gently guide that hip open. If you want to deepen it, lift that left foot up and grab behind the left thigh with 2 hands. Pull your belly in. You can use your right elbow to open up the hip. And take a few breaths here. Just soften as you breathe in to deepen the stretch. And then keeping your legs where they are, left knee over the hip, hands come behind the head, elbows are wide, shoulders are down. You're going to come up into your chest lift and down. You don't go all the way down, you just pulse up from the core. 8, 9, 10 more. Pull your belly into lift. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your head all the way down. And then for the spine twist, we're going to let our legs roll to the left till your right foot is down on the floor. Look to the right, extend your right arm out. Soften your right shoulder. And then inhale, belly's pulled in. As you exhale, you roll your knees back up, uncross, pull your knees in. Place your feet down on the mat. We're going to do a little bit of bridging here. Arms are at your side, your feet, knees, and hips are in line. Find your neutral spine. So you want to make sure you're not arching your back or tucking too much. Somewhere in between that feels natural to you, pulling in with your core, shoulders back, turn your triceps on, press them into the mat, make a tuck of the pelvis and start to peel up off the mat till you're a straight line from your knees down to your sternum. And just hold it, you're pushing your knees away. Everything's pulling into the center. Inhale, exhale, slowly coming down. Release that pelvic tilt. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt, peeling up again. Keep the weight even on your feet. Across that tripod, big toe, little toe, heel. And slowly come down. We're going to come up again, hold it up there. Squeezing those glutes. We're going to take our right leg up, point your toes, circle your foot in one direction, but don't let anything else move. Hold it, keep that left leg still, turn your triceps on to stabilize. Hold it here, place that foot down. Slowly come down, and we'll do the other side. Release the pelvic tilt. Inhale, exhale, pelvic tilt again, peeling up. No pressure on the neck. Weight should be over the shoulder blades. Turn on those triceps, press them into the mat. Extend that left leg up. Point your toes, make your leg really long. Circle your leg in one direction. Don't let your right leg move. Hold and reverse. Really pull in with your core. Hold, lengthen. Place that foot down. Find that form again. So you're in a straight line. Your hips aren't sagging. And then you roll down one bone at a time. Pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Extend the left leg out and start to straighten the right leg out for a hamstring stretch. Hold behind the right thigh. Hold your calf. Press your tailbone down. Press your foot up. You can flex your foot. Head can stay down. You can come up into your C curve. And then flex and point. Keep your toes pointed. Circle your foot in one direction. Keep pulling your belly in and then reverse the circle. If your head is up, come back down. Pull your knee into your chest. Extend that leg out. Now, using your core, pull your left knee into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. Start to straighten it out. Hold behind your thigh or hold your calf. Press your tailbone down or your hip down. Press your foot up. Gently pull. Head is down, or you can come up into your C curve. Shoulders down. Flex and point. Keep your toes pointed. Circle your foot in one direction and the other. Lower your head. Pull your knee into your chest. Place that foot down. Bend your right leg so that your foot is also planted down. Your feet can be slightly wider than your hips and just windshield wiper side to side. And then come back to stillness. Walk, heel toe your feet out to the outer edge of the mat or even on the floor, and gently bring your knees together so you feel that outer thigh stretch. So find that spot where you feel the stretch, keeping your low back connected to the mat. Arms can be out by your side. You can bring them out, straight out to the side like a T, or you can have goalpost on, feeling a stretch in the upper body, but keep your rib cage together so your back isn't popping up. And take a few deep breaths in through the nose here and out through the mouth, pulling your belly in at the same time. And now heel toe your feet to the center of the mat. bringing the soles of your feet together, and gently let your knees open up, getting that inner thigh stretch. Just letting the weight of your legs just gently stretching your inner thighs. Keep your low back connected to the mat, pulling your belly in. And then bring your knees back up. We're going to pull our knees into our chest for one last squeeze. Kick your legs, roll up. Sit crisscross. Right hand comes onto the right side of the mat. Come up and over. Really reach with your left arm. Press your left hip down. And then come up. Left hand goes down. Lift through the ribs. Then press your right hip down and curl and reach. One more on each side. And lift, ribs lifting up off your hips, shoulders stay down, up and over, let all the air out. Inhale, pull yourself up, and now stretch your feet out one more time. Lift up, stretch forward. Maybe grab your shins, the tops of your feet, your toes, lengthen your spine. Restack, we'll do that one more time, lifting up tall, hinging forward, stretching, lengthening, lifting your belly up, keeping your back flat. And then restack your spine. And that's it. Great job, everybody.